In today's video, we're continuing our coverage on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, hot off the press of the Deadpool and Wolverine wild rumors that are actually true going around about Henry Cavill appearing as Wolverine and about Daniel Radcliffe appearing as potentially Patch in Deadpool Wolverine. There is some even bigger rumors and details going around. So yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Warstu, if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture based content that I try to cover personally on a daily basis. You can subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know how freaking excited are you for Deadpool and Wolverine. Also, if you could become a channel member for less than 99p, less than $1, it really does help the channel keep making content. Also, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, or X.com. It's my smallest platform. I try and be funny over there with my tweets, but they're not really. I try my best to be funny, but they're not really funny. So there are some pretty wild rumors for Deadpool 3, aka Deadpool and Wolverine, hot off the press of the Henry Cavill story that actually does turn out to be somewhat credible. I'm not saying it's 100% revealed or confirmed or announced because I'm not one of them people, but it's looking pretty likely. So we're going to go over a bunch of Marvel rumors, but let's be honest, most of these common sense, common knowledge, you could literally guess this yourself. So it appears even though Jonathan Majors was fired from Marvel, Kang is still going to be the villain for Avengers 5 and Avengers 6, respectively, Captain Obvious. Just because they fired the actor does not mean they axed the whole plot they've been building up to since Loki season 1. I mean, you got to read between the line, lads. And it goes on to say they're looking to add another villain. Seriously? Did you really think the only villain was going to be multiple variants of Kang the Conqueror? You've got to start thinking for yourself, lads. Start thinking for yourself. Stop relying on people like me delivering information, because realistically anyone can read between the lines. So yes, people instantly jump on the Doctor Doom storyline. I don't know why they instantly jump on that. Literally anybody could appear as a villain from now, meaning Deadpool 3, up until Secret Wars. Potentially. So yeah, it could literally be anyone they add. It could be Doctor Doom, be the Beyonder, could literally be anyone. Anyone. Wanda Maximoff, although she's not technically a villain, it could be anyone. So it goes on to say Deadpool 3 will introduce a new concept to the multiverse of one being in every universe that without them, that universe will die. Again, Captain... I'm going to have to bleep so much in this video. Again, I have to be real. Captain Obvious again. There's no point me just reading what it says. I have to give you my commentary. Yeah, Captain Obvious. I guess another way you could say it would be a specific being has to exist in every universe or that universe dies. As we know, there still will be multiverses collapsing. There will still be incursions, but Loki's holding everything together like Atlantis. I mean, yeah, sure, but Loki's not going to be able to hold everything together forever. Not really going to happen. The film will introduce a kind of molecule man concept to the multiverse. I mean, that's pretty interesting, and obviously the information we went over the other day where it said Deadpool and Wolverine will have a runtime just over 2 hours. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty decent runtime, because you got to think, even though the studio, I don't think they've mandated as much with this movie, because Ryan Reynolds actually has produce credit and writer's credit, I think. And obviously the information came out recently that Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool is going to... How many bleeps am I going to have to put in this video? That Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool is going to absolutely take so many freaking shots at Disney, which is cool because that's breaking the fourth wall, the fifth wall, and every wall in... How many bleeps? Yo, editor Warstu, yeah, keep bleeping. Yeah, that's pretty cool information. So, courtesy of Cryptic HD Quality, who is a very good source. In fact, I think he's up there. He's up there with Alex Perez, in my opinion. So, Cassandra Nova, I don't know if she's the overall villain. She's a villain. She will be wielding Magneto's helmet. It's scary. Okay, interesting. There's lots of different takes on this. Eric's helmet is in the film. There is literally lots of different takes on this whole, she will be wielding Magneto's helmet. But that's not actually that specific, and that doesn't really tell you a lot. But it's an interesting tidbit, if you like. Cassandra Nova stays faithful and true to the source material. Let's be honest. I know people want these movies to be comic book accurate, but let's be honest. Most of the general audience doesn't of the source material. What I mean is, most of the general audience don't know the source material. She's evil and twisted, a serious nutcase of a villain. She has no regrets for life and is a very formidable adversary. Okay, I can't say that word, lads. I mean, I can't actually... Yeah, she's Charles. She is just Charles's evil twin sister. I mean, kind of, I guess that's kind of true. One of the things mentioned to help fight against Cassandra's telepathy is Magneto's helmet. Unfortunately, she's already got it. I mean, I don't actually think she's the overall villain, but I guess we'll find out closer to said movie, I guess. So then another report says the same thing about Kang is still the villain, Captain Obvious. Marvel also wants to add another villain, Captain Obvious. All right, Warstu, stop swearing. I mean, yeah, I can't help it, lads. This information's just obvious, but I want to get back into the Marvel game. No, I believe most of this information comes from Daniel RPK. Okay, the idea right now is to have Marvel's Mr. Sinister as the villain for the X-Men reboot. Shall we say it again? Captain Obvious. Okay, it's not exactly obvious, but there's only a certain amount of villains they can go with. I mean, Mr. Sinister, if you played the Deadpool, I think it was the PS2 or PS3 game, Mr. Sinister appeared in that. He is a sick-ass villain, to be fair. That would be pretty cool. So MCU Ghost Rider will not be the same one who appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Interesting. That would be interesting. So, do you remember back when, before the Avengers 4 got titled, when everyone thought it was going to be Avengers Annihilation? So, Annihilation, he could be, that would be a peak-ass villain. Don't just bring in Doctor Doom unless you're going to get Cillian Murphy, which you got no chance now, lads, unless the script is absolutely bang on, because now he's won every award under the sun. The script is going to have to be fire. He won an Oscar for Best Actor on his first actual nomination, which is absolutely insane. So, yeah, Annihilation would be cool. The Beyonder would be cool. I mean, the Beyonder would have to technically show up during Secret Wars in some capacity if they want to stick to the source material, but let's be honest, it's Marvel. Do they stick to the source material? Not really. And a lot of people seem to think Loki is gone, he's dusted, he's done forever. No, like there still has to be incursions, right? Right at the end of Doctor Strange 2, there's an incursion. He went off with Clea, looked like he went to the Dark Dimension. Just because the ending of Loki does not mean there won't be any more incursions. He cannot hold everything together forever. And we all need that infamous scene of Thor realizing Loki's still alive, but it's not actually the same Loki. It's not his Loki. I mean, technically it's his Loki. It's from the early Avengers movie, but it's a different Loki. But it's the same kind of Loki still. So it's a really good time for the Marvel rumor mill, because let's be honest, like there's so many rumors and leaks and stuff around. No one actually knows if any of this stuff is true. But I guess I'm one of the few people that will tell you I don't know if it's true. And there's every actor under the sun now is joining Marvel. Lindsay Lohan. I mean, I think she should. Ryan Gosling. Henry Cavill, although that's a one-off role. Daniel Radcliffe. Let's throw some more names out there. It's just coming to a point now where it's like people just throwing names out for fun. So who else is out there? Keanu Reeves' names have been put out there, but Keanu Reeves has always been out there. Even Keanu Reeves himself has said that. Ryan Gosling said that. That's why these stupids can throw these names out there like they've actually got some validity and some credibility, because when an actor says, yeah, I want to work with you, and when Kevin Feige openly comes out at an event and says, yeah, we've had conversations with said actor, it's so easy for anyone to make up a story. Oh, Keanu Reeves is coming. Keanu Reeves has been so many different roles over the years without actually ever playing a role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, I think Keanu Reeves would be a cool Beyonder. He would be a very cool old Wolverine, but realistically, it doesn't really mean much saying, oh, yes. So now, up until the end of the year or beyond, you're going to see every single actor's name get thrown out by a scooper saying Kevin Feige's looking at said actor. But I really don't think the issue is having top tier actors, because the acting ability isn't really the most important thing when the scripts have been pretty weak, in my opinion. So, you know me, I'll give it 2 hours exactly what I think. I don't pander for anyone. So there's also some Venom 3 The Last Dance rumors. I know we did an independent video about that a few days back, but you know me, I don't want to make 7 videos out of something that could just be 1. So let's just keep rolling here. Takes place after Spider-Man No Way Home. Okay, that is confirmed pretty much based on set photos. The film begins in Mexico, confirmed by set photos and videos. Yes, we've seen that. Eddie stroke Venom go looking for Spider-Man in their universe. Yes, we know that. Eddie stroke Venom become a father figure to Peter after trying to kill him And then they end up going to hospital to save him. We did have a full breakdown of that, but, you know, I like to go over all the rumours in the community that I think are somewhat credible. But it is interesting because even with all these Deadpool 3 rumours, no one's got a clue what's going on. They really don't. They really don't. Deadpool and Wolverine will introduce a new concept to the multiverse. Okay, I said that earlier, but this one here says they're introducing a new concept to the multiverse of one being has to exist in every universe will die. And then this goes on to say, this will make the idea that Marvel and Sony wanting Tom, I presume this means Tom Holland Spider-Man, to be the chosen one, to be true. I mean, it doesn't actually mean that, but the whole, you know, we're going to have all these heroes going up against all these villains, although there realistically isn't any Marvel villains at the moment, is there? There isn't, really. And it's interesting because also you've got to factor in the fact that they've got to write it in such a way that a casual fan that didn't watch the end of Loki season 2 or didn't watch Ant-Man can still comprehend everything that's going on in said storyline. That's the problem with the multiversal-based storylines. That's why Flash sucked. Even though Flash was very simple, you've got to make these multiverse storylines that simple that anybody can understand what is going on. So that's the most recent rumors to do with Deadpool 3. To do with Kang not going anywhere, but why would he go anywhere? Like, realistically didn't make any sense to me. X-Men 97 is coming out very soon. But you know me, I don't really cover animation stuff. Although I'm a big anime fan, I watch Demon Slayer. I watch loads of anime and loads of animation shows. I don't generally cover that stuff on the channel because I just don't want to. That's the real reason. But I'm sure there's some other channels that cover X-Men 97, but yeah, it's interesting how it came out that the director for X-Men 97 got fired just before the show came out. Then everyone thought it was woke. But it turns out that he had an OnlyFans account and he got fired for having an OnlyFans account. I mean, I'm not going to read too much into that, but that is freaking wild, lads and lads. So likewise, guys, let us know, what do you think the plot is for Deadpool 3? Because although there is so much out there, no one actually really knows. It's not like Multiverse of Madness or Wakanda Forever or Thor Love and Thunder, where literally the whole plot was out there, out in the wild. When it comes to Deadpool 3, except for the TVA taking in Deadpool and having to get Wolverine to help him, and they're obviously going to have to do something, not that much is actually known about the plot, which makes it more interesting because this whole Cassandra Nova is the main villain. I honestly think Deadpool will probably be the overall villain because it's going to kill the Fox universe. I honestly think that probably is more realistically what's going to happen. And the whole, like, Deadpool roast Kevin Feige, that is absolutely freaking jokes, lads. If that happens, that's pretty cool. That means maybe potentially just for this one movie that Marvel's potentially learning that they have to keep the continuity of Deadpool just rinsing everyone in line. So likewise, guys, let us know. What do you think about these wild rumors of Kang still being involved when I don't understand why anyone thought Kang would be differently? It's because as soon as Jonathan Majors got fired, loads of scoopers made up absolute nonsense about Victor Von Doom, Dr. Doom coming in with absolutely no validity, no credibility, but you know, you run a story, you have somewhat of following and people believe you, I guess. So likewise, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu, check us out on Twitter, Warstu, I'll get you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.